Hello and welcome to another Royal Reviewer channel episode, and in today's episode we do another article review and critique from the Daily Mail online. This article was written by Martha Cliff and updated on the 13th of May 2018. The headline reads, "On his high horse, cheerful Prince Philip is joined by Sophie Wessex and Lady Louise for the final day at the Royal Windsor Horse Show, and Prince and Princess Michael of Kent make an appearance too." So let's take a look at this article. The Duke of Edinburgh arrived at the wheel of his Land Rover for the final day of the Royal Windsor Horse Show. Sophie, the Countess of Wessex, arrived on a horse and cart driven by her daughter, Lady Louise Windsor, aged 14. The Queen's cousin and his wife, Prince and Princess Michael of Kent, also made an appearance. Prince Philip could not wipe the smile from his face as he arrived for the final day at the Royal Windsor Horse Show in the private grounds of the castle. Arriving in his Land Rover, the Duke of Edinburgh 96 flashed a grin as he wound down the window to speak to staff upon entry to the event. I think it is important to note that he hasn't been coming out of the vehicle, he's been staying in, yet still being in attendance, so obviously that's possibly in relation to the hip surgery. There had been concerns that Philip would not be attending his grandson Prince Harry's wedding to Meghan Markle on Saturday, as he had been convalescing after hip replacement surgery 5 weeks ago. And there we see a very happy Prince Philip, very smiley. However, it was reported that His Royal Highness has ditched his crutches and is set to make an appearance at St George's Chapel in just 6 days' time. Philip appeared to be in good health and at the wheel of a Land Rover Freelander as he joined hundreds of spectators at the final day of the event. And I have to say, I really do hope that that is true and that he can fully attend, whether that be on crutches or sticks or in a wheelchair. I don't think anyone is bothered, just as long as he's able to attend. His daughter-in-law Sophie, Countess of Wessex, and granddaughter Lady Louise Windsor, 14, joined him at the event. The mother and daughter arrived at the event on a horse and cart, driven by young Louise, who is a keen rider. The young royal inherited a love of horses from her grandmother, the Queen 91, and was taught to ride at a young age. And also, carriage driving, it's important to note, is a big hobby and pastime of the Duke of Edinburgh. So from her grandfather too. And there we see Lady Louise Windsor and the Countess of Wessex. And here we see Prince Michael of Kent and Princess Michael of Kent. Mobile phones seem to be popular amongst the royals, with the Countess of Wessex possibly taking a photo or checking something out on social media. More recently, Lady Louise has taken up carriage driving, a pastime beloved of her grandfather Prince Philip, 96, who is credited with popularising the sport in Britain. Lady Louise is already an accomplished horsewoman and has previously competed in carriage driving at the event. Arriving behind was the Queen's cousin and his wife, Prince and Princess Michael of Kent, who put on an animated display riding on a horse and buggy. And I would just like to say, I absolutely love Lady Louise's hat. Let's just take a look at that hat. Isn't it spectacular? And Sophie's seems to have a feather trim. And another picture of a smiley happy Duke. Princess Michael certainly considered it a day to remember and could be seen snapping photographs on her mobile phone from the rear of the carriage. Harry and Ms Markle's wedding on May the 19th will have been timetabled to allow the Queen to attend the show and to make sure the nuptials did not clash with its organisation. The annual show, just a short distance from Windsor Castle, is one of the Queen's favourite equestrian events of the year and the only occasion on which members of the public are able to enjoy the palace ground. Although I would like to point out that it is a castle and not necessarily a palace. And there we have the full article. What a glorious day it was appeared to have been had by all, and it was really lovely to see the Duke looking very happy and smiley. I think that it is highly likely that he will make an appearance at the wedding, although obviously nothing confirmed at this moment. It is slightly worrying that he didn't actually leave the Land Rover Discovery, However, that could indicate that he is still perhaps using crutches or sticks and maybe doesn't want to be seen using them just yet. But let's wait and see what happens on the day. If you are excited about the royal wedding, let me know in the comment section below. Also, please tell me your thoughts on the Royal Windsor Horse Show. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you know whenever I upload a new video. So, from me in Shropshire,
Goodbye.